Watch this. That's a piece of metal. It was crumpled, bent, squashed, completely out of shape. Pour hot water on it and it goes right back. Not roughly, exactly. Same curves, same dimension every time. This isn't a magic trick. It's phase transformation at the atomic level, and it's already inside hundreds of thousands of people, keeping their arteries open. Okay, so most metals, when you bend them, stay bent. The atoms slide past each other through something called dislocation movement, and the new arrangement is permanent. That's why a bent paperclip stays bent. But this metal, nitinol, roughly 50-50 nickel and titanium, works differently. It exists in two crystal structures. At low temperatures, it's in a form called martensite. At higher temperatures, it shifts to austenite. The trick is that martensite can deform through a process called twinning, a coordinated rearrangement of atoms that is fully reversible. So when you heat it up past the point of the transformation temperature, the crystal structures flip to austenite. And the only shape austenite knows is the one that was programmed during the manufacturing. The recoverable strain is up to about 8%. That's about 40 times the elastic limit of steel. And the transformation can repeat millions of times without the material wearing out. It's a metal with memory, and the metal is stored in the crystal structure itself. The biggest application? Medicine. Nitinol stents are used in hundreds of thousands of heart procedures every year. The idea is elegant. Manufacture the stent in its expanded shape, cool it down, compress it to fit inside a tiny catheter, thread the catheter into the blockade, release the stent. Body temperature 37 degrees is enough to trigger the phase change, and the stent springs open to its preset size. What makes this better than older stainless steel stents is resilience. If something compresses a nitinol stent, it bounces back. Arteries flex with every heartbeat. That fatigue resistance is the difference between a device that lasts and one that doesn't. Beyond stents, orthodontic wires that apply constant gentle force as they try to return to shape, surgical staples that contract and close wounds when warmed, experimental drug delivery capsules that open at specific body temperatures, all from a material that was discovered by accident in 1959 at the Naval Ordnance Laboratory, hence the name, Nickel Titanium Naval Ordnance Laboratory, nitinol. Now, what if you could put this into a building? Conventional steel bracing in earthquake zones work by absorbing energy through permanent deformation. It's a one-shot system. After a big quake, the braces need replacing. Shape memory alloy braces can deform during the earthquake and then return to their original geometry when the shaking stops. Prototypes are being tested in Japan and Italy, two countries where earthquakes happen enough that the cost of the post-quake structural repair is enormous. And in space, the temperatures between sunlight and shadow provides a natural trigger. Shape memory hinges have deployed solar arrays and antennas on satellites, replacing mechanical actuators entirely. No motors, no hydraulics, no moving parts in the conventional sense, just a piece of metal that changes shape when the sun hits it. For a mission that needs to work for 50 years with zero maintenance, that kind of simplicity is everything. So, there's a class of materials that challenge something we all take for granted, that bending metal breaks it. At the atomic level, that's not necessarily true. The deformation can be temporary, stored in crystal structures and reversed with heat. A material that remembers is a material that can heal itself, deploy itself, and adapt without electronics or engines. The applications are still limited by cost and by the narrow range of alloys that can do this reliably, but both of these limitations are shrinking, and the metal keeps remembering.